Welcome back to my channel, you free-spirited wanderer. This is nice. So my partner had a photo shoot nearby. He's a photographer, and I love this spot. I'm in Richmond Park in London right now, and this is a beautiful, beautiful place. If you want like somewhere nature-y to go in London, I am in dried leaves and Faye's walking around, so I hope that's not too disturbing. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot. And I thought, well, since he's coming near this area, I can come here with Faye. There's a lot of shade, so we can kind of sit. That's where I am right now. And I can film my video. So hello, coming to you from the beautiful Richmond Park. Yeah, I don't even know what I want to talk about today. Oh, there was something I wanted to talk about. Not that Faye. Okay, Faye, come lie down. Come say hello to the people. Come say hello. Okay, you can kind of see her. So I wanted to talk about starting before you're ready and letting that be the strategy of anything. Yeah, I'm doing these videos. I'm choosing to express myself or to put something creative out there through speaking to camera. But I'm saying this for any possible thing. Start before you're ready. Not like, you know, some people will feel ready and some won't and start anyway. It's like, I actually think everybody should start before you're ready. Oh my gosh, there's flies and bugs everywhere. So I have been doing these YouTube videos anyway for the past few days. I'm going to move back because Faye needs some space. For the past few days now, and I've been doing this in Instagram form, in like short form, for probably a couple of months, slightly inconsistently, but I have been doing it for about 2 months, just expressing myself. Some of them were planned in the past, some of them weren't, and I've really settled on the idea of not planning and just doing. And ultimately starting before I was ready, right? Because in the past, when I've tried to do YouTube in the past, which I have tried to do quite a few times over the last like 10 years, I have tried to get everything perfect before I've even started. And then even when I do start and I'm trying to create something, I'm still trying to get it perfect each time. And even like comparing myself to other people, like let's say comparing my like really beginner YouTube channel, I'm talking like back in the day, to somebody else's YouTube channel who'd been doing stuff for years, right? And I guess I didn't even think about the concept that of course my work isn't going to be as good as theirs or as polished as theirs or as smooth as theirs because I'd done it twice. And if they'd been doing it for years, they'd probably done hundreds, thousands of repetitions, right? And it's taken me 10 years to really understand that concept, which means starting when you're ready or starting when, or like only putting something out into the world because it's perfect or finished. I'm just going to make sure this isn't too bright because I feel like the sun's directly, yeah, it kind of is. Is that better? I sit in front of the sun. I'm going to see here. Let's see. Is that going to get annoying? I'm sorry. Yeah, like making something completely perfect before you put it out. It's taken me a long time to really understand that. And I'm trying to get this kind of message across because I really hope that somebody can learn from this. Because wherever you're at, like I've been there. If you're procrastinating, if you feel like something needs to be perfect, if you are somebody who like feels like they need to excel at something as soon as they start it. So whenever there's been like a new hobby or a new business or a new thing or a skill that I wanted to learn, I always feel or felt like I needed to be perfect at it on the first try. And if I wasn't, then what's the point? And it's not necessarily that I had a belief that I needed to be perfect. It's more, how do I word this? It's more that when I started something and I wasn't any good at it, oh, I wondered what was crunching. It's the leaves. When I started something and I wasn't any good at it, I was like, well, what's the point? Like, it's not fun. It's not fun if I'm not good at it or if I can't do the thing, whatever it is. Let's say I'm talking about a hobby right now. And yeah, it's taken me a really long time to understand that the journey is I didn't have a word ready for this. Like, the journey is the fun. The destination can be fun too, but actually, like, most of the time, let's take this metaphor as like an actual journey, like a physical journey. Most of the time, when you've reached the destination and you're done, it's actually kind of sad because then the adventure's over, right? So if we take this as something that's not a journey, like a hobby or learning a hobby, so once you know how to do something, maybe that's a wrong like analogy because it's still fun. But my point is, I don't know. Is that my point? I don't know. When you've reached somewhere, you've already done the thing. You've already done the journey, the exploration, the experimenting, the like overcoming the challenge, which is part of life. This is another kind of concept of Faye's kicking my tripod. I don't know if I'm still in frame. Hold on. Thanks, Faye. Let's twizzle you around a bit. There we go. Another one of my sort of metaphors that I try to live by is like, shh, hey, shush, Faye, it's just a person, shush, Faye, enough, Faye, look at me, good, enough, good girl, thank you. So another one of my metaphors, getting back to my point, is that life is the challenge, right? The whole point of us being here is to overcome challenges, overcome boundaries, overcome wounds, whatever wording you want to put on it. I don't think the point of us being here is like to succeed or to make something of ourselves, right? I think the point is the challenge. The point is the journey, not the destination. So if that's the point of life, at least that's how I see it, then everything falls into that. So if you're trying to put something out into the world and you're not already good at it, the journey to get there is the fun. The journey to get there is the life of it. So I come back to my original point of, I had it in my head just a second ago. I come back to my original point of start before you're ready. When you're ready, I don't even know what you're barking at, Faye. Could be a deer. I don't think it's a deer. I think it's just people. That's right, baby. When you're ready, like the idea of being ready, you've already reached the destination. So the fun part's already gone, right? If we all just started everything when we were ready, like everything would be kind of boring. So I think the fun, the enjoyment, the life part of a life, you're right there, Crunchy, is starting before you're ready, starting before you have it all figured out. And the figuring it out is the journey. The figuring it out is the life essence. Like, I think that's why we're here. So I think we should be striving for figuring it out as we go. And I don't think that is something necessarily that is the narrative. It kind of is, but I think that the narrative in our current society is like getting somebody else to teach you how to do the thing. So think of all the qualifications, and I know I've had this conversation with a few people who are slightly more mainstream than I am in their way of living and thinking. And it's like, yeah, but what about doctors and lawyers? And, so yeah, doctors, for example, need a qualification. Like, I don't want someone doing brain surgery on me that has just figured it out for themselves, right? I want somebody who maybe has all of the learning behind them. So I think that there are occasions where these qualifications and this sort of like official learning from other people is very necessary and very, very helpful. But I don't think that it goes for everything. I actually think it goes for a very small handful of things. And the rest of the stuff, you can quite easily figure it out by yourself. Everything that, if it's your thing, if it's your purpose, your passion, something you have just like a lot of energy for, like something that you light up when you speak about, you're going to figure it out. You know, it's not, if somebody else has figured it out and you're passionate about it, you can figure it out too. So I think that whatever the thing is, you can figure it out as you go. Let's see where I'm at. I feel like I'm getting through these videos very quickly. Like I'm being more succinct in what I'm saying. 10 minutes, interesting. We're learning together. I'm figuring it out as I go. Yeah, maybe I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. What are my ups and downs? I found myself to continue falling back into the role of teacher, or to continue falling back into the role of like trying to have a point to my videos, which is funny because this video does have a point, but I actually had an idea that I wanted to put out. It wasn't like a plan, it was an idea. So I'm trying to differentiate and understand inside of me the difference between, oh my gosh, I need to have something planned, and oh, I have an idea that I'd really like to talk about. Planning has, sorry, I thought there was the moon up there, but it's not, it's a cloud. Sorry, I got distracted. The planning was actually restricting me from moving forward and getting things done. The planning was me trying to be ready before I started. And like I said, I've been doing these talking to camera videos, that word didn't want to come out, for about 2 months now in one form or another. And I have figured it out as I've gone. There was a different point I was going to make. Hello, Faye. Say hello to everyone. Yeah, I've figured it out as I've gone along. And, oh no, Faye distracted me and I forgot my point was. This is going to happen a lot. We're going to get better. And this is the thing, like even this, like I will get better at this. I'll get better at learning my point. I also think I speak too fast. Maybe I'll get better at slowing down my words. I'll get better at understanding what I want to talk about. I've already gotten better at not performing, at speaking how I actually speak, at showing up here for you in a way that I actually show up in real life. I definitely performed a lot. If you go back to my, not my first video on this account, but my second video on this account, it's so polished and it's amazing. Like the information in that video is really good. And I'm very proud of that video that I made. The one about cycles, if you're looking for it. I'm very proud of it, but it's so polished and like I have no personality. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Like there's no personality in it because I was reading off a script. And yeah, I want to be able to show my personality because you know when people are trying to figure out like what they should be doing or who they are, and there's that piece of advice of like ask other people what they think you're good at, and then you'll figure out what you're good at, because like usually sometimes you can't see it for yourself. So when I've done that in the past, people always say that they enjoy being around me, they enjoy my energy, it makes them feel very calm and very safe. And like that feels hypocritical because I don't feel calm in these moments, but maybe I am. Like I don't feel like I am, but maybe my vulnerability and my openness and my authenticity can be that safe space for you. That's always what I want to be. I always want to be a safe space for people. And that's what people tell me that I'm good at, is like creating a safe space for them, not just in like an official way, but just spending time with me. You know, they feel like I can sort of say the right thing, even if I don't have the experience in it, like I just have the right thing to say or the right way of saying it. So for me to try and plan something and script something is going completely against what I'm actually good at. Me just channeling. So I do think I'm a channeler. And this is, you know, one of these reasons of me one of the things I got out of asking people what I'm good at, other people around me, is that, yeah, I do channel. Sometimes I can give people like advice, or maybe advice is the wrong word, but like speak to people and hear their situation, talk to them about their situation. And maybe I don't have experience in it, but I feel like the right thing to say to them or help them comes out. It doesn't mean I have like advice for them necessarily, but it's more like maybe I ask the right questions, or I just ask them or tell them or encourage them to sit with an emotion or a feeling or a thought or whatever, and that can help them work through it by themselves. I just kind of like that, let that come through me. I love reading tarot cards. I say I love reading them. I feel like I'm quite good at reading tarot cards, quite innately. I think I have a little bit of that more psychic ability to me innately. I think everybody has it in them. By the way, I don't think it's like, oh my gosh, I'm a psychic. I have that sort of psychic energy, psychic ability, and no one else does. I don't think that at all. I think we can all access it. But I think some people are just like more naturally skilled, talented at it than others. Just like someone might be more skilled or talented at running than somebody else, it doesn't mean that the other person can't learn how to be a good runner. I think it's the same kind of principle as that. So yeah, I have this kind of like natural ability for that psychicness, that sort of like understanding signs and interpreting things and channeling messages. And I do that through my tarot. And I love that. And it's like one of the first things that I stepped into when I was doing witchcraft. And that sounds very like very modern of me, as in a lot of the people who are into witchcraft in this modern day, it's like it's either crystals, tarot, or numerology. That's how people get into it, right? But for me, I've been interested in tarot for a long time, like way before it sort of became popular in these last few years. And it's just my way in. It's just something that I really enjoy and I really connect to. Sort of went off on a tangent there. So I'm channeling. That's what I'm trying to do with these videos, is I'm channeling. Where I'm trying to channel, trying to learn how to open up myself to that. And like I said, I feel like I have improved on that already. I have figured out how to just hit record and talk and be myself and let it flow, rather than trying to plan it or script it or have a specific idea that I want to talk about. I'm learning how to be myself. And really, that's only taken like 2 months. There was like a lot of shadow work at the beginning. Like a lot of visibility wounds were coming up. A lot of shame of who I am, a lot of, like I said, sort of presenting myself in a certain way, like subconsciously. I wasn't doing it intentionally. And noticing that I do that in lots of areas of my life because I don't feel safe being myself. Now, whether that is because it's like a past wound where I didn't feel safe in the past, like at school or around the people that I grew up with, not necessarily my family, but like, some of my family, I might not have felt safe. And then that's carried through to my adult life because it's a mechanism that has kept me safe. It's like, don't be yourself, otherwise you'll be rejected. Or it could be like still now, because I don't know, maybe that's not true. I actually have a lot of spaces now that really do allow me to just be myself, which is incredible. Like coming from being bullied at school, for like doing crazy things to my hair, or just like being a bit different, like walking around the playground talking to myself, which I understand is weird, but it was exactly me at the time. Coming from being bullied in that scenario, being myself, I never thought I would find a group of people who actually saw me for me, accepted me for me, and were similar to me. Like the people I have around me are not the same as me. We're not all the same, but we're accepting and we have similarities. And yeah, it's crazy to me. So I do have those spaces now. And I think there's still, when you're around family, that wounds came from in the past, it's hard to kind of go back to those spaces because those triggers kind of get, not triggers, but like those wounds or beliefs get exasperated when you're in those scenarios. Stop. Oh my gosh. Okay, I stopped it. Oh my gosh, there was like a government alert, which we already had about wildfires. I already had one, now I've got a second one. These government alerts are like really terrifying. I don't like them. That's very like that's so stressful to the nervous system. And I get that they want to get people's attention. They want people to like look at it, but at the same time, like that's so stressful and dangerous to some people if they're not in like a calm state, or if they're overly sensitive. It's a microphone. A little bit of dog ASMR for you. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna touch on sensitivity. How long have I been talking? Where are we at? 20 minutes. Okay, maybe I'm done. Okay, do you know what? Maybe I'll talk about sensitivity tomorrow, because I think one of the things I want to help people with is people who are highly sensitive. And this could be just someone who is highly sensitive. It could be people who are neurodivergent. Most neurodivergent people tend to be highly sensitive. And I think there's just such a beauty in being able to tap into these like minute sensations, these minute energies. And I think it's such a gift. And I think that our society does not like it. It really doesn't like it. And the way that our society is set up just like blocks us from being able to like tap into these like sensitive energies. So it's something that I think that's what I want to talk about like going forward. If you watch this and you are interested, please tell me. I'm going to do a video on it tomorrow anyway, I think. But let me know if that feels like you and if it's something that you're interested in listening to. Okay, that's me. If you like this video, this video has been a bit more cohesive than yesterday, calm. I'm in such a lovely calm space. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that how stressful yesterday was, that I got this beautiful experience today. Thank you. Thank you, universe. I'm grateful. It's so beautiful here. Yeah, that's me. If you like this video, please please subscribe. I'll be doing more videos like this. And I think I'm going to do this as like a bit of a challenge to myself for like 30 days. I've done 3 or 4 videos now to just like get myself out, to go through the practice of starting and figuring it out as I go. Starting before I'm ready and figuring it out as I go. So that's kind of what this journey is for me right now. Yeah, please subscribe, please like, and I will see you next time.